This is how you get yourself in trouble, and this is how you dig yourself a hole. Welcome back to the vlog. It is January 2nd. This is the second day of the year, but the first work day back at the office or in your home office doing the work of selling. Here's the thing, this is where we start to get ourselves in trouble. We make this resolution like I'm gonna be better in this area, or I'm gonna do better at this, and then we let up and we don't even keep our commitment the first day. And I want to tell you how you get yourself in trouble as a salesperson in the new year. What you do is you take off January 2nd and January 3rd and January 4th. You give up those days. And what happens is there's not a lot going on. A lot of people said, call me next year. They didn't really mean it. They didn't mean for you to call them this week. Certainly you're waiting because you're telling yourself, well, they didn't really mean for me to call them immediately this year, so I'm supposed to try them later. And you make all these excuses not to prospect. And let's use really easy math here because I want to show you how you get yourself into a hole. Really simple math works like this. Let's say your quota is $1,200,000 over the course of a year, and you've got a 50% win rate. You win 1 out of every 2. That's great. Maybe that's perfect in your industry, or maybe that's above average. The first month in January, you need to win $100,000 worth of business to be on course. But to do that, you need to create $200,000 worth of deals. So when you decide to give up the first week, now instead of having 4 weeks or $50,000 a week that you have to create in new opportunities, now you've compressed that time to maybe 3 weeks. But your second week, maybe you're busy with something else and you don't get to prospecting. And look, prospecting just works this way. Nothing bad happens today if you don't prospect, and nothing bad happens tomorrow if you don't prospect. The penalty for not prospecting comes way into the future. So you've given up now a couple weeks, but you still owe your quota the $200,000 in opportunities. You only need to win $100,000, but with a 50% win rate, you need to do that twice. You need to create 200. You've given up now a couple weeks, things get busy, you've got other stuff going on, and then all of a sudden January slips away from you. Now in February, instead of needing to come up with 200, you need to come up with $400,000 worth of opportunities because you've got to now make up January plus February. So you take off a week in February or 2 weeks in February, now you've got to come up with 400 in 2 weeks instead of the 8 weeks that you had. And you can repeat this pattern for as long as you want. But what you have to understand is the law of the farm. The way a farm works is you plant in the springtime and you harvest in the fall. And if you don't plant in the springtime, there is nothing to harvest in the fall. And then the fall comes and you're hungry and you think, I really need to start planting, but it's not the right time for planting. Now it's harvest time. You're supposed to be winning the deals that you created right now. What I want to implore you to do in 2018 is keep the commitment to prospect daily. Prospect for an hour every day. Every day, no matter what, just find 1 hour. I would do it first if it were me. And then make sure that you're always planting the seeds so that you never fall behind in this race. Because 1 week turns to 2 weeks, and 2 weeks turns into a month, and then a month turns into 2 months, and pretty soon your July and your August are shot, and you don't have the opportunities because you didn't do the planting when you needed to at the beginning of the year. Or maybe you're in a long sales cycle and the giving up on prospecting in January may not hurt you until next January, but ultimately, when it does come around and you're about to be hurt, there's no way to cram success and there's no way to cram prospecting. So don't give up any of the days and don't give up any of the weeks and don't give up any of the months. Do the work of planting and creating opportunities now so you're going to be able to harvest when it's time. I'm Anthony Iannarino. Hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button, and leave me your comments below and let me know what you're going to do to stay on track prospecting this year. I'll leave my notes there too. I'll see you tomorrow. This is Everyday.